and welcome to this week's episode of Olsem Wanem. I'm Florence John Duo. Every child deserves to be loved and nurtured in a caring environment. Children who feel neglected by the people whom they expect love and care from result in many of these children leaving home in search of that love and care they deserve. The determination and eagerness of a young couple who saw the value of human life and opted to help unfortunate children roaming the streets of Port Moresby has resulted in the establishment of the Life PNG Care.
My name is Collin and I'm the co-founder and the director of Life PNG Care. 2013, Life PNG was given birth at our family home, and me and my wife was living in a two-bedroom house. We just married newly couples, and we've got our one-year-old child, and at the same time we've got 8 kids who are living with us. And then both of us are committed that this is something great, so we decided to continue on the mission of reaching for our orphans or vulnerable children that we seem to see them every day in our lives. The name Life PNG Care is basically, it's something that I've been thinking alone to really see that it's about caring for the lives of Papua New Guinea. So that organization is just to care for the lives. So every child that we come to meet or see, we value them, and they are important humans. Maybe to us we may see that they're just a street kid, or pipia mangi or rubbish or trangu mangi or this kind. But to me, no, they are so precious than any other resources that we can think about in our country. They are precious than a diamond, they are precious than a gold, they are precious than any other thing that human can ever think. These lives are so valuable.
The couple is giving the street children a chance of experiencing what life is like to be growing up in a family and be provided with life's necessities.
Family home care is basically to give these children a home, a place called home. Most of them are homeless, so we bring them in a home, introduce them to the homely environment, so that each child can feel that the home environment just so there. So maybe they've been out on the street for 2 or 3 years, but my wife and I, we make sure to create that family home environment so that they can feel they've been loved, they've been cared, they've been fed, they've been clothed, they've been educated. All that basic necessities of life, our child well-being, we have to provide that. And we are playing that parental role. It's not a very easy task. Most of the child, we just get them on the street for, maybe he could be the youngest on the street for 5, 6 years, and he could be already 12 or 15 years or 13. So we bring them, he may be traumatized by some of the things on the street. The way he sees things, there is no proper leadership, there is no one to guide them. So that poor guy, end up thinking that there is no hope and a future for him.
My people die or they're vulnerable now hard law. This like kind of some people la tram gin this la new life law can. New life meaning not different, it's just the same old thing. You some people families are living. We just have one kind. Mama, papa, feed them all, look at them all, sell them all go to school. But this like more basic we all lucky man now the society messed up. All know that good plap lo sleep, good plap lo kai, good plap lo was. So me look at that, me play help him all. We are helping Papua New Guinea.
Collin and Freda are looking after 22 children in their home. They also get the children involved in advocacy programs for street children. This is seen to be a very effective medium as children get to advocate to other children.
Each of the child has a potential when you look at that. All potentials and skills is locked up in them. And that's something that we want to give them the right opportunity to make them realize that. Some of them, maybe they are pilots, they are teachers, doctors, nurses, you know, that's what our country needs. So the potential is in them. It's only about giving them that opportunity.
Change one beginning, help one beginning. Instead of step outside, get himself involved in making more passing no good so no good passing na bagarapi life belong. At least we get a child and we help one child. So we play give new life them, new hope them. Now at least we help to change Papua New Guinea. So we are law and blow me to play what we have, we try to at least we help someone to have a bright future.
However, this couple does not just bring in any child they see wandering on the streets. They go the extra mile by finding out about the child's background.
When we identify a child, we don't just take that child to our place. What we do is we ask the child, where is your locality or location? Where do you stay? Is it 9 Mile or what is your specific place that you live? And then if they come from a 9 Mile area, then we have to go to them and ask him or her that you've got some relatives, you live with someone, basically ask those basic questions. Like he's a homeless child or he's got parents or he's living with aunties or just to get about background information of the child. After get those information, we've got local pastors in the churches like 9 Mile. So we liaise with local communities and pastors. And then we identify the child and we try to verify. It's a verifying process, whether to see that the child is genuine before the child brought into our home. So the process is it takes quite a while. Sometimes it takes 1 to 2 months. So in that way, we try to identify. And in the cases where we confirm that child is a genuine child and met some of the criteria like external witnesses, like third parties, some have to confirm, or even the surrounding community witnesses and say, no, that child has been living like that. Parents died some 2-3 years ago. And it's good that you want to take him and look after him. So this kind of support information we get from the local people, then that gives us enough satisfaction of admitting the child into the program.
You're watching Olsem Wanem. We will continue in finding out how these children who were taken off the streets of Port Moresby by Life PNG Care adapt to the life that Collin and Freda offer to them. The transition they undergo from being on the streets to a loving home environment. These children are now able to go to school and grow up in a loving, homely environment.
Once they find a home and they come, they begin to change. It changed their mindset. They can think, I've been living on the street for the last 3 years or 4 years, and now I have a home, and it's more like family, the kind of love and care that you provide. And this is something they've been missing. And when we provide that opportunity, we see that all the child wants is there is a loving environment and a happiness and a fun. So fun is one thing that I always want the kids, to have. And we make sure that weekend is not boring. We make sure that they are playing, they're having, all kind of recreational activities or all this, so just to make them have fun. And by doing that, I see family is all about not me, father, being so busy, committed with my own stuff. And kids, it's mom, your responsibility. And mom is going to find it so difficult.
La na ni may grade 6 lo wagi ni kom. Mit mi kame mi to kami chedle mi fili assembly ke. Assembly na mi kame mi kalon ben abin mi kalon naite. Mi kap stain chedle na mi stau che mi no gun jelas mi stau ched falia chol. Fili sem no gun jelas. No guro se Mr. Baget to sala to mi. Pora to sa no guro saling go bi sa. La lifestyle mi sa mi ya chere. Am no mi kam start le mi no bin make this like me feel your life mi start good. Me feel more right. Mi no bin start again so kind something.
In all organizations, whether it be government, church, or NGO, challenges are always present.
Challenges that I see is, to me, we really need a land. That's my challenge that I've been facing, and I've been seeing government departments and responsible agencies. Because the program that I'm running it's more like creating that family home environment. That's what I've said. It's not an orphanage or an institute. Basically, from research and studies, kids raised in an orphanage or institution, they've been traumatized by some of the things that they do. You know, the children are not closely monitored. The children are not identified very carefully. What are the talents and gifts? So, you know, you're raising 200 to 300 kids in a house. You know, how would you know individual child like that? So, raising kids in a home environment is a concept or a model that what we've been doing. It's just so working. It's a workable, and our challenge now is like we receive more kids who are genuine. Some are already registered, but we can't provide for them the home that they need.
If every Papua New Guinean had a caring and giving heart, PNG would be a better place to live in.
These are the future generation of Papua New Guinea. They are the future, the assets, the mindset of Papua New Guinea. They're going to lead Papua New Guinea. And now Papua New Guinea is talking about resource boom, economic infrastructure, and all this. We are talking so big. But I challenge the government that why not the government look at the generation who are out there. These are the generation. I sometimes see them as invisible generation because the hardship that they go through, every child that you see in the city of Port Moresby, live, move, talk around is just to survive, just to get something for the stomach. And if we can nurture them, if we can put value in them, if we can see them that that's my future lawyer or accountant or teacher, and started, you know, working with agencies who are working to serve the community, see what are their needs. Like I've said, I've got challenge like land to expand this program. And if government come good on that, you know, and government also working with some of the policies that they have, children are our future. Children are our identity. If we don't serve these children right now, there is no better Papua New Guinea. And if there is something 20 to 10 years, if we experience some social problem, increasing of law and order problem, increasing of this and that, I will not be surprised, because today is the time to serve a generation.
You miss help him Naropla, but mostly as in planted time, but you help him. Blow you me yet. Passing blow you me, yeah. Blow you me yet, and you miss help him like blood connection or blood relative or pigini blanty, tumbuna kandre, and by me sim na look out him with shem good plan. Suppose la call some to go out the public, or suppose you can help him or Naropla too. Where you looking where man. It's not that my blood should make him. At least you make it something to change it 30 life to now. Then our blood too, but sim help him. You look like you yet family blue yet. I'm all right, but if you look, so you can reach out. Please step out, reach out, help someone that is in need.
Welcome back. In this segment, we visit a boys' school. Now, this is no ordinary boys' school. Many of these boys have been picked up off the streets. To many of us, they may seem to be unfortunate, but they have big dreams.
We were school, thinking promotion, we were school now. We become a pilot. Future.
We come school ya. Mere so mangi don't plaka school ya, so we ka school ya. Kam kasawiki, language, ABC. Kam. Actually, sabe. Mi mama sto kam school ya. Next year, sister sa salim pagolo school sana. Mama sto school.
My name is Sister Teresa Jose, and I belong to the congregation of Sisters of St. Joseph of Cluny. I work with the Archdiocese of Port Moresby along with the two other sisters belonging to different congregations. At the moment they are away, but there is one sister helping me at the moment. This program started by the initiativeness of the Archbishop, Bishop John Ribat, and started in the year 2010. He had been observing the boys, especially those who are parking the cars in downtown, and he used to see them just coming, receiving very little. The people, they contribute something for them, and then they survive on the road throughout the day. So he thought what could be done for these children. He invited our sisters to see what can be done for to assist them. So we began asking them, going around visiting the children on the settlement and on the street. We asked them what would they like to do, like us to help them, and they said we like to read and write. So we began collecting those boys, bringing them to the St. Mary's Cathedral in the community hall, and we started a literacy program with them. We have beginning of the class, we teach them mathematics and English, after which we give them some kind of personality development, personality integration, bit of classes, and we give them lunch after the class, and they go home. So we have 2 days in downtown, and then we have also other centers in 5 Mile, and there was a group in Erima. Most of them are from the street, but they mainly they live in the settlement.
Name Lomi Moi Velapo, Ami Blokerema, Mr. Stapler Ranuguri settlement. Me one pla volunteer Blovel Vision, through Lovel Vision or Salemikam, underneath Lo Street Ministry. So Mr. Tichimol, a boys law. Lucky Gusop School. Mr. Tichimolo Monday na Tuesday station.
Help them to read and write, give them some human development classes, and then we put them back to, we like them to go back to the normal school so that they will continue. Some of them had been to school due to school fees. Those days it was because of the school fees they could not continue the school, but they have a present group is finding a difficulty with the bus fare, lunch money, so they don't continue the schooling. So in the beginning of the year we tried to find a place for all the students. So we have helped almost 100.
Last year, I opened up school. Bravo. Stand nothing long, so I'll go now. The school is down town. My school. No, I'm school. Planning maths, language, some drone, provincial flag.
Platu and Destalo, one bla
settlement. 1 plus settlement plus staff. Class come school Monday no around play yoga. Tuesday also line play yoga. Yoga finish Wednesday na ware. Lago sports don't play. Rugby lo, Connie field. Plus sports finish open lago. Sunday plus play. Plus staff aussi.
Hello, mbala ki gujo boys, mbala presenti mbala acrobatic mbala.
Knowing how to read and understand simple English and do basic calculations is the way forward to becoming an educated being. Despite the government rolling out the free education policy, the streets of Port Moresby are filled with school-age children. There are many reasons as to why these children are on the streets and not attending school. To conclude our program, we now take a look at what the Office of the Street Ministry is doing to help these children.
6, Joseph 1, 5 3 steps, 4 evangelists, 3 wise men, that don't be any yet, the child in the green and the moon and the stars, bring the butterfly.
The Office of Street Ministry is a faith-based charitable service aimed at teaching basic literacy and numeracy skills for the integral development of street children. The ministry was started by Archbishop John Ribat in 2010.
The street beginning. No got papa mama out of that. Only bubu lugati mall. Only no got clothes. Only no got kaike. Only sotlo money. Only stop nothing, only play cars, na stop number close streets. So sister to give me lo pani modis la pigni. So one block moon street me pani modis la pigni run lo street to street. Me pani or me kissing come back na putting mall lo street ministry. This la school you miss a call him Office of Street Ministry. So mixing come lo ye lo asset. This la school block girls. Na plus school mi blakar lo town lo boys lagi kusuk boys so lo hiya mi blas alu katim girls taso so no kat girls na mi blafiti mall boys too because plenty boys look also mali kama blong no kata lo road na mi blas sorry so mi blak kam mi bla lukati mall lo school mi bla lukati mall piginini mi blas give him lunch every lunch mi blas fiti mall lo kaike Osa, consiste sta give me plan, mi blasa give me all kaike. Na clothes mi blasa give me all. Baspe mi blasa kisim all. Mi blala ni maths na English taso. Oli kisim maths English finish or then mi blasa li mi gar lo nara plus school. Big plus school all by animal or different subjects. So now mi blala animal phonics like maths and English.
Everyone deserves the best start in life. These children have different life stories, but when they come together to meet their teacher, Kathy, and the other teachers, all that matters to them is that they are learning, which is a bonus to them.
Name Blooming Root, Mrs. Stella, Mango Mine, Mibla Chimbo. Minus school, Mr. Chara, teacher Katina, teacher plan name Blum Kathy. I want them sister Tressa or Kana. Pungu plan or put in school. Na name the school blum street ministry. Isa Kana blum is a bunga friends to me and bloggers are walkable the rotka. Filama Maslokam.
Name Blooming Maria, Mibla Chimbo, Mrs. Stella Mango Mine. Nara the friend Blooming, I'm kissing and Mom's to me, Diana, Mr. Ocheri, I'm kissing him into calm, plus fish school time, kissing him, I'm in Tekan. Now I'm Miss School, Mr. Nice school, also give me cake or send every day in Brasakam. Teaching dollars, right, 3 drives.
Equipped with these skills, the ministry then help in getting these children enrolled into the formal education system.
Next day, we will put them out to Narapla Primary School. We play yet our writing letter. All yet by Panim School. Kissing come back letter, kissing come back Lumipla. Mipla writing support letter, kissing me go, put him to school. Buy him uniform block. Shoe, set, trousers, handbag, book, pen, pencil, all gather something. Mipla yet property. Papa Nigini, Pikinini go rasto, Mipla help him almost stop law school. So, me like put him go out to MTV or send. Mipla got need law school beginning. Mipla in a sort of sample something because Mipla got all help him, Mipla to all stop. Also, karam kaiki kam, also karam money kam, also karam clothes kam, also help him Mipla. Plenty law all get help also karam kam. So Mipla need more beginning. Who said beginning all stop nothing law road. Mipla need more beginning. Laramol can come back law Mipla law Office of Street Ministry law 5 mile. Lo Jack Pidibag na opposite. Islam school blo Mipla, so Mipla need more beginning. Boys na girls. Under law 8 years, you go in up law 15 years. So laram oli useti harim oli can laram beginning come law school on here.
That's all we have time for in this week's episode of Olsem Wanem. Thank you to all who have participated in this episode. If you have any comments or stories you would like to share, please contact us via the address showing on your screen or visit our Facebook page. Until then, from the Olsem Wanem team, pleasant viewing on your #1 station, MTV.